Hello, one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about William Regal. A lot of news over the last 5 or 6 days about Sir Regal and his contractual status with AEW and his potential move back to WWE. Well, we could say no longer is that move to WWE potential. It is all but set in stone at this point, as what many wrestling news outlets have reported. William Regal is all but signed, sealed, and delivered back to WWE. Now, is this a shock to yours truly? No. You look at William Regal, first and foremost, no matter what wrestling company this man is employed by, he will be an asset for them. Years of experience in and out of the ring, the do's and the don'ts of professional wrestling, how to work, how not to work, how to get over with the crowd. He's a talent scout. He's brought people into WWE like Kevin Owens, for example, former Universal Champion, the man that main evented night 1 of WrestleMania this year with Stone Cold Steve Austin in his first match since 2003. And numerous other people that have passed through the NXT pipeline. And many people that are still in AEW today, like a Keith Lee, for example, or Swerve Strickland. I mean, they've had passes with William Regal. I mean, he's been very influential in their careers and the careers of many men and women in wrestling. And he will continue to be. Again, it's not really a shock to me that Regal is headed back to WWE. You look at his relationship with Triple H, dating all the way back to the time that the two men shared together in WCW in the early 90s. I mean, that was right before Triple H, became Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and went to the World Wrestling Federation and had the blue blood gimmick. He was a blue blood in WCW, teaming with William Regal, and he has credited Regal with really taking him under his wing, him being Regal, and guiding him through the minefield that was WCW. And of course, we see the career that Triple H has had since then, in and out of the ring. And you got to appreciate Regal for at least being responsible for a small part of that, like he's been responsible for many men and women's successes in wrestling. And I think he will continue to be. I think as an AEW fan, and I am one, I am a defender, but I will also admit when they do some BS or mess up. I have here on the channel before. This sucks. I mean, William Regal is a very valuable asset backstage. He does not have to be an on-screen character to bring value to a company. He can just solely work backstage, maybe have a cameo appearance on TV every once in a while, like he did in NXT. He was NXT general manager, but did not take up the whole show. He wasn't the focal point of the show. He only came out and made major match announcements, like War Games, which, I mean, come on. You can't get enough of William Regal shouting War Games, can you? And it looks like we're going to get that again, maybe at Survivor Series next year, because William Regal is headed back to WWE. He will be working under the Triple H administration. Apparently, it's been reported that Regal had an out clause in his AEW contract. I can't confirm that 100%. I don't work for the company. I'm not going to BS you. I'm not going to change my story later. I don't know. But if he did, then he wanted to go back and work for Triple H. Maybe it had something to do with Tony Khan. Maybe it didn't. Maybe it was personal. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just he wanted to go back and work for a man that he has a close personal relationship with. He knows he can work with. He knows his opinions will be listened to and valued. And he'll get paid handsomely to do all that. But that's just my thought about William Regal returning to WWE. It's inevitable. I'm really not shocked about it. I will say this, give him credit where credit is due. I did enjoy his brief AEW run, managing Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson, the Blackpool Combat Club over the summer. I enjoyed all that. So I enjoyed William Regal's AEW run. When he goes back to WWE, I wish him nothing but all the success in the world. He is a man that I do have a lot of respect for in the wrestling industry, and just hope that he can continue to succeed.